My name's Michelle, and this is my story.
My story.
My story.
My story.
My story.
My story.
It started with smoking weed, pills, alcohol. The first time I tried hard drugs, I was 16.
Oh, I was a mess. Right before coming to Teen Challenge, I was a mess. I was an IV drug user that had no way out, that couldn't figure out how to stop using.
I started drinking and hanging out with the wrong people, and I started smoking meth with my stepmom.
I was into a lot of stuff out on the street, fueled by a heroin and meth addiction that allowed me to justify a lot of bad things that I was doing.
When I took heroin, it gave me a confidence that I'd always wanted to have.
Began looking for love and acceptance through, drugs and parties and bad relationships.
I was homeless, addicted to any and everything, lost my son to the system, and I was just hopeless.
I basically spent about 22 years of my life in the California Department of Corrections. Every time I ever went to prison was due to my addiction.
I was facing 2 years in prison, and God gave me grace to come here.
I was just like in a world of confusion and like on a real negative spiral.
Started going through the trash bags looking for the needles, and my mom and my aunt walked past while I was in the trash digging through, and my mom just broke down in tears.
I ended up getting kidnapped, held and tortured for 5 days by 6 bikers, and had to jump out of a truck to get away.
Like you got something to prove, 'cause I have walked for miles and miles in that same pair of shoes. You refuse forgiveness like it's something to be earned, and sometimes pain's the only way that we can learn. You can never fall too hard, so fast, so far that you can't get back. When you're lost, where you was, never too late. So bad, so much that you can't change who you are. You can change who you are. You believe in freedom, but you don't know how to choose. You gotta step out of your feelings that you're so afraid to lose. And every day you put your feet on the floor, you gotta walk through the door. It's never gonna be easy, but it's all worth fighting for. You can never fall too high, so fast, so far that you can't get back. When you're lost, where you was, never too late. So bad, so much that you can't change who you are. You can change who you are. So let the ashes fall wherever they land. Come back from wherever you've been, to the foot of the cross, to the feet of Jesus, the feet of Jesus. You can never fall too high, so fast, so far that you can't get back. When you're lost, where you was, never too late. So bad, so much that you can't change. You can never fall too high, so fast, so far that you can't get back. When you're lost, where you was, never too late. So bad, so much that you can't change. At the foot of the cross, you change it. Who you are. At the foot of the cross, you change it. Who you are. You can change who you are. You can change.
Now I'm at a place of obedience. I'm a good mother now. I play the whole tape now instead of acting on impulse.
I'm calm now. I'm not as anxious. I'm not as flighty. I'm not as argumentative. I'm not as hateful. I'm trying to actually think about how the other person's going to be affected by what I say.
God's really set me free from my addiction. I don't crave drugs or ever want to go back to it.
I am blown away by just how much has changed.
I feel totally liberated from addiction, and I know that God is moving inside of my life.
There's certain aspects and areas that, because of what I've been through, only I can reach those certain people, you know, and God's just really showing me that.
My son is being raised in the Lord now through my testimony, and God is just good.
I'm really happy with the way my life's going. You know, I really feel that I'm where I should be at this moment.
I'm really grateful for Teen Challenge for helping me through this process and the healing that I've gotten.
Learning to understand that it's not about me, that everything that God is blessing me really belongs to Him. I'm trying to be a good steward of everything that I do get.
This is the end of addiction, and I know my family really want to see me make it.
If He can do it for me, He can do it for anybody.